Hi everyone and welcome. I'm Marcie Besecker, an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. Thank you so much for joining me today. It is Wednesday. You know, the days just go so fast. Sometimes I have to think about it like we just had Wednesday. It can't be Wednesday, but it is. So, so far no jury duty. Yay! Not that I mind jury duty. It's my civic duty, but I am in the middle of a big project I'm working on. And my eye is doing better. I had a little ulcer thing going on. I wear contact lenses, but I go to the eye doctor tomorrow. So I have not checked tonight yet to see if I have jury duty tomorrow. From my past history, usually I have to show up on Thursday. So I have not checked it yet because somebody told me that if you check it right away, they like grab the first group that checks and say, yes, you have to come. And then the rest, they say no. So I decided I'm going to check after the video because I got to go to my eye doctor tomorrow. So welcome everybody. Hi, Jody. How are you? Hi, Roxanne. Lala's Crafts Phyllis. Thank you for putting your name on there. Hi, Eileen. Debbie, Betty, Debbie, Marsha, Leslie. Hello, how is everybody? So, so I've just been crafting away, getting a lot of things done. I have a bunch of things that came in the mail today, so I get to get some packages out that I'm sending out to my team. So, spoiler alert. I thought this card was just so cute, and I had a lot of fun coloring the owls. I showed you guys that I have, look, here's my jury notice. Oops. Okay, so I showed you guys I did the bunnies and some owls, and I cut them out from my Scan and Cut. And so I colored all of my owls that are in the pattern of the one that's on with the little bow tie. So see, I colored all my little owls, so they'll be making an appearance somewhere soon. But today we're going to work on a little birthday one because you always need birthday cards, right? So we're going to make him. But this one I thought was just so cute that I just decided that I had to show you guys. I made this for somebody special in mind that loves owls. And then I thought, you know what, I'm going to show because I'm really happy how the coloring came out. Hi, Steph. How are you? Hi, Deb. Hi, Betty. Welcome. Hi, Marsha. Let's get to some reminders first and some new announcements. So first, the reminder of the February class coming up. It is going to be on February 23rd for online. For in-person, if you are local, it will be the 19th. Okay, so that's the difference if I accidentally mix it up. It's the 19th in-person here that's local, and then online is the 23rd. And so that is still available. It is $40 and you're going to get a lot of product. There's really going to be a lot of DSP showing you how to put things together. Everything's going to be cut out for you. And I think there's just a little bit of stamping and maybe a little embossing if you choose. So it sounds like a little bugs buzzing. Okay, I'm looking to see. You hear little bugs buzzing. Huh. Okay, I'm looking to see. Does anyone else hear a weird noise on here? Okay. My phone was ringing just a minute ago. So I'm thinking that might have been it. It was vibrating. So hopefully you guys don't hear it anymore. Let me know, Debbie, if you still hear it. But it was my phone vibrating. I bet that was it. So anyway, that class is coming up. Then we have February's bingo is coming up. And February's bingo is going to be a lot of some fun stuff. And so I told you that I would have a sneak peek on it. So here you go. That is the sneak peek for bingo. I don't have a fan going. I bet you it was my phone. Unfortunately, yes. Oh, you still hear it? Oh. Huh. Nothing has changed, so I'm not sure. So anyway, here's the sneak peeks for the bingo. And so it's going to be the same as usual, 4 projects, 4 games, and 4 $100 prizes. And of course, remember, there is a limit always on my bingos. I don't want to have a bingo if I don't have enough people to participate. And I know things get crazy, and I totally understand it. So we're close to the limit of being able to still have our bingo. So I can either reimburse or put you towards March's bingo. But let's make sure, I think we have plenty of time still, over a week before we hit our limit. I just want you to know, remember that's in my notes. Okay. Will you need the stamp sets for February's bingo? Let me look. You probably will need, and I'm going to post everything tonight on my blog post, but let me think. No, I don't think you will. I mean, so the waves on that boat, that wave, the print on that paper, that is from the stamp set, but you could always opt out to put something else on there. So you'll have the paper with the waves, but the stamping on it, you won't have. So, and everything else, I think, like even on the flowers on the Regency Park, you don't have to. You could put other flowers on there. So if you don't have it. Oh gosh, you guys, I wish I knew what it was. Let me try something. I'm going to turn something down. Hopefully it won't affect the volume. And see if it helps. I'm sorry about the buzzing. There's a lot of people that don't hear it. Maybe turn your volume down just a little bit and maybe that'll help. I'm going to turn my volume just a little bit down. Okay. I'm going to keep it like this and hopefully you guys won't hear it. I'm going to turn this down because this is my volume for my speaker. Maybe that'll help. Okay, and it's better. Okay, does this sound okay now? I hate that you guys hear that buzzing now. I don't hear it, and I haven't changed anything. And a lot of people don't hear it. Okay, so I'm going to continue on. Hopefully, you guys can figure that out. Okay, so that is what the sneak peek then for the bingo. And then we have the February class. And Sale-a-bration. So Sale-a-bration, we have some new items to choose from. So if you've already got everything you want out of the other Sale-a-bration catalog, here is some new items, and there are going to be new numbers. This will be in my blog post that should be out tomorrow, and I'm going to do it tonight, so it should be out tomorrow. Thanks, Betty and Betty. There are some new items. So if you have some of these stamp sets or you want an extra punch or, like I showed you the card with the masks, the stencils, the beehive embossing folder, I love it. That's the one I used last week when I did this card here. So that's the beehive, and that's an item you can get out of the new Sale-a-bration. So make sure you check out those new items. Oh, no problem, Laura. So anyway, so those are some new Sale-a-bration items that you can choose from. So that's exciting. Okay, there was something else. Oh, so on my Facebook page, I have a business page, Marcie Besecker Designs. I posted a picture and I asked everybody to vote what stamp set you think I'm going to be using with that picture that I posted. And I'm going to show you the picture right now, so just 1 minute. If you, the first person that guesses, so I'm going to switch it to come back to this video and post your guess. Okay, and so the first person that guesses is going to get a prize. So I will, when I get off this video, I'm going to block, ask you not to post over there. I want you to come back to this video and post what stamp set do you think I'm going to be using with this. So I've got my card bases, I've got everything cut. I was going to announce it today, but there's a reason that I'm not, and it'll all make sense to you on Sunday when I do my video Sunday. So come back. Don't leave a comment on the chat because it doesn't do the drawing, and I want to do a drawing. So, and you can guess as many times as you want. It's the first person that I see on the list under this video. That's the person that will get a prize. So, and it'll be announced on Sunday. Okay. So again, here's the picture. So it's Evening Evergreen. It's Mango Melody, and it's the gold fine shimmer paper, and of course basic white for the inside. There's a little bit of basic white on the outside too. So that is, oh, and I'm making them thank you cards. So what do you think it'll be? You'll have to come back and comment. Okay, so let's get busy. I think that is it for our announcements. I'm looking, Sale-a-bration, the contest, February class, the sneak peek for bingo, and we are ready to go. So let's get busy. So here's our cards. So cute. The paper is from the Dandy Delights, which is from our Sale-a-bration. I'm using, the card base is the basic white thick. We're going to go ahead and this is trimmed when I trimmed my papers for the inside, so I'm keeping it to add in there. I need my silicone mat. Let's see. What did I do? Oh, here it is. I love when it falls behind stuff. Okay, here we go. So let's go ahead and put this together for our inside. All right. So we'll just put that across the front, and then this is that little piece. I like to just, I'm just going to put it right across the front there to finish that look off. Oops. Let me get my little, oh, I told you guys I found my needle the other day, right? That I pulled out on my glue, and it was stuck to the side of one of my ink pads. And I didn't know until I pulled my ink pad out, and then I was like, oh, there's my needle. Okay, so I'm just going to go to right about here. Okay. And of course it goes without saying, if anybody is interested in getting a discount on their product, I would love to have you on my team. And I have several people on my team that are working it as a business, or trying to get started and doing videos and things like that. But I would say 90% of my business, they want a discount. And I share information and the updates and things and what's going on and how to find them and all that good stuff and how to go and look for things. But I also have a lot of people that all they want is a discount. They don't want, they're on a list. I don't hear from them. And they just like the discount, which is perfectly fine with me. So when you do sign up, just let me know what your preference is, so I can help you, or I can not bother you, whichever you choose. Most of them, they want to be on my Facebook page, the ones that have Facebook, because they can, read the comments, but they don't comment much, and that's fine. I mean, I know that they just want a discount and they don't want anything to do with the business part of it, which is perfectly fine with me. That's how I started, so I totally get it. All right, so we have our inside. So again, this is Bermuda Bay. This, I'm going to write this down. Somebody had requested that I write this down, and I should have. So Bermuda, I should have put this on a piece of paper. Bay is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8 Okay, and then the Whisper, oops, I wanted to say Whisper, Basic White is 4 by 5 1/4. And then this strip here is 3/4 by 4. Okay, so that is the inside. So let's just put inside, just in case you guys want to know. It goes on my blog later, but that's fine. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Hi, Clint's Marble Corner, welcome. Hi, Holly. Hi, Kathy, how are you? Hi, Carolyn. Okay, so that's the inside. So now let's get to the outside. I decided to make this just cute and simple. This paper I love. And then this is the other side. So I chose to do this one. I wanted kind of a bold color, so I went with the Bermuda Bay. So we're going to go ahead and just add this on too. And being that we're using the scallop contour, which is the third one from the largest down, and that's going to be our panel, we're going to go ahead and just, adhere this on here. All right. And, you know, sometimes it's just as easy, because I pulled out an old card that I did, and I'm like, why would I not add more DSP or add a layer here? It makes your card more sturdy, and it definitely just looks nice. So I'm going to show you a card that I did some time ago. So here's a card I did. Okay. If I were to do this card now, I would have definitely put some DSP or in a, like maybe this embossed piece, you know, over here. And then I would definitely add something behind this piece and layer it up. It just would make it a nice, thicker, more solid card. And so something to think about. Add that layer. Go to that 4 1/8 by 5 3/8 so that you can have that little extra strength to your card. You're adding, you know, a pop of color or just another layer of interest on your card. So, you know, think about that. It really, really does add a lot more to your card. So now I just am trying to get that on there. Okay, so now we have our card base all ready to go. And even if you have this paper and you don't know what you want to do with this, this is a great way to just use up your paper, have your card bases together, and then you could add something else on here. You could go through your bucket of goodies and just put, you know, start making things and get that paper used. You don't want to not use that. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to add some color to this. Now, I have used Bermuda Bay since I did this one, and this was in Pool Party. So we're just going to pull in the Pool Party, and it's probably going to, it might come out a little darker. I did wipe the brush off, so let's just see. So start off. Okay, I'm going to just try to get that darker color off a little bit more. All right, and then just kind of come on. Okay. Now I came in a ways. See how it's going to add that darker color, which is okay because it's on there. So I wasn't, you know, concerned about that. I just want to let you know why it's going to probably be a little bit darker. I didn't really wipe off a whole lot. It's probably going to be darker on that end, so I think I'm going to skip down to this end. Of course, I always tend to go harder during a video so that it's a little faster, and then that's what happens if you do that, but that's okay. I always think if I press harder, and it'll go faster, and you won't have to sit here and watch me going in circles. All right, now I'm going to start kind of bringing it in a little bit because I want, it can have a little bit of white right there, but I want to really kind of give it a little more color towards the middle a little bit. Okay, and I think that's good. Because you're going to kind of cover this up. We're going to put a bigger sentiment because we're going to go with the birthday one. So let's do that. Thanks, Dana. We're going to do that. So let's do that. And we'll stamp that now. And then we're going to get some coloring done. So let's stamp our, we don't need this. We're going to stamp, and I'm going to put, it's the best day because it's your birthday. And I got that from the Best Day stamp set. I just really like that. And you can put happy birthday on the inside or whatever. And so I'm just going to put this on our label and I'll do the rest later. So I'm going to bring in my black. Hi Lisa, how are you? All right, and I'm going to go really close. You know what? Where's our little guy? We are going to make sure. Oh, come on, don't tell me I lost my owl. Oh, here he is over here. We are going to put our little owl right there. We are going to bring this in, and I'm going to put it towards the bottom because it's a pretty big sentiment, and I don't want his head to block it. So let's go towards the bottom and as close to the right as we can go. So my head's probably in the way. I just want to make sure. Okay, so that looks good. All right, now we're going to set this aside and we're going to color our little guy here. So let's, okay, so outside, and I will start writing this on the outside, on a piece of paper beforehand, but I forgot. So Bermuda is 4 1/8 again by 5 3/4. Oh no, by 5 3/8, and then the DSP is 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, so there you go. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to work on our little guy. Let me show you what colors I have. I know it seems like a lot, but so Daffodil Delight we're going to use. Okay, I'm going to show you this so ahead of time so you can kind of see. So I have the light Bermuda Bay, the dark Pull Party and light Pull Party, Ivory, Color Lifter, dark Daffodil Delight, and then the 100 and the 500 in the neutral skin tone kind of colors. Okay, let's just start. I like to start with my light to dark, so we're just going to go with this first, and we'll do the ivory later, even though that's light. Okay, and now we're going to do the eyes. Okay, so they just kind of pop like an owl at nighttime. All right, and then we're going to do his little feet. These little owls are just so cute. I should say so adorable, hence adorable owls, right? All right, so now we're going to do something different with the hat because this one, he had a little bow tie. And so this time we're going to do a hat. Where did I get the circle labels on the blends? I did those. So I took some basic white paper, and you can probably see this one better. I took basic white paper and I put our adhesive sheets on the back of it. So I took a big sheet of paper, and then on my computer, I did the labels. Now there's a demonstrator a long time ago. I want to say her name is Cynthia Johnson, but I'm not positive. But she made some a long time ago. But a lot of the colors have changed since then. So I just kind of went with the same pattern and did these. So like, you know, BB is Balmy Blue and Bermuda Bay. They're both the same. So until we got into the new colors, like the Tahitian Tide is different. And then I put a color on the inside. So I take the lid off and then I put a line on it so I can see the color also on the end. So that's how I got those. All right. So now his little eyes are looking down, whereas the other ones were looking up. But I think I'm still going to put the ivory on the top. I haven't done these other ones yet. I'm just going to do a little light ivory just because I don't want white, just to kind of give it a little bit of color. And now let's start with our owl, and we're going to go dark. We'll do the hat last because I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with that yet. So I'm going to take my 100, which is the darkest color, and it's the SU 100. These colors are really, really great. If you don't have them, when we bought them, they were like 100 through 1,000 or something. Now they have like the light, the medium, dark, the dark, you know, whatever. So I buy all of those. I highly recommend it. They're really good for different things. The 1,000 is the lightest, and it's like a rosy color. That's the one I use for like cheeks and stuff. Okay, I got to really pay attention because this is different than the one I had. All right, so we're going to do dark. Okay, I like to come around and do around the line first because I don't want to accidentally go over the line. So we're just going to go over. There's not going to be any shading or anything at this point, and you'll see why in a bit. Okay, so there's the dark. We're going to do all of his outer side, not his tummy, but all of his outside and his wings are going to be dark. So I like to come from the tip in so I don't go over the line. If you go this way, you're going to probably get some on his tummy. So I try not to do that. Okay. And we'll just go around. Just do little strokes. We're not shading or anything right now. We're just going to color him in. And I don't want to go outside the line if I can help it. Especially when I do videos, I try to do it fast. Okay. So that's good for the dark. Now we're going to go with the next color, which is the 500. And I like to use the bullet tip still. Oh, I'm going to go back for the ivory, and I want to do his little ears. I just do the little ivory inside his ears. Okay. All right. Now we're going to take the 500, which is like a chestnutty color, and we're going to go around, and we're going to color in here. All right. And then I'm going to show you how I get that look that's a little more not so bold. And if you want this look with just the solid color, you definitely, of course, can do that. I wanted them to look just a little more realistic. So we're going to go this way. Be careful around his little beak. And remember, they bleed, so you don't want to go too close and keep going back and forth where there's the other color. So either next to the dark or the yellow or whatever, you want to just kind of go past it and keep going. You don't want to put too much because these are alcohol and they will bleed. Okay, so there's that. All right, now we're going to do the tummy. And just get that color. And you could, you know, just dab it, and it's going to be in the little, like in between the hands here and stuff. You want to make sure you get it all covered and you don't see any white, but you just don't want a whole lot right there. All right, so notice the difference between these two. So this one's a very solid color, okay? Then this one is going to be just a little bit different. Oh, Phyllis, I hope they do a punch because these owls are so cute. So see there's the difference, okay? So you see how this one looks like he has an outline, and then this one just looks like a solid, you know, doesn't have as much interest or character to it. So let's give them some. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep our light one, and now we're going to go over the dark color, okay? And so now I just do little circular motions. I don't go all the way to the edge. Don't go all the way to the edge. So just see, can you see just that little bit that I did? I didn't do down his nose yet, but see his forehead? So just kind of keep going circular motions. I'm going to do little dabs on his ear, not much, because I just went outside my line right there, but we'll fix that. And you're going to go down a little. I try to do circular so it just looks a little more blended than... Okay, now we're going to leave that and we'll come back to it because I want it to dry. I don't want it to keep getting saturated and then the color will kind of keep spreading. So we're going to let that dry a little bit. Let's move to his little body and we're going to do little circular motions, and you're not going to stay in the same place very long. We can come back because it's going to keep working while we're moving around. Okay, so we're going to just... Okay, so let's look at the difference right now. So look at his left side to his right side. See the difference? And what you're doing is you're taking a lighter color over the darker color. I'm new. The video camera is going in and out of focus. Oh, let me make sure I don't have my focus on because my computer did restart. Hold 1 second. I want to make sure. I'm so sorry if it is. Let me check. No, my focus is turned off, so it should not be. So hopefully, go out and come back in, Rhonda. Okay, thank you. Yeah, because hopefully it shouldn't. It's not on. My autofocus is not on. Okay, so now I'm just going to work on this side a little bit. And see how it's just kind of continuing to do its thing up there. All right, so just kind of go around. Okay, now I'm going to come back up here because that's dried. And I'm going to just do my swirls. They're tiny, tiny circles. Now I'll come back over here because I want to lighten it up just a bit. And then I'm going to finish up on this side. So you're not going all the way to the edge. That's where you're getting that darker edge on there that looks like you did some shading already, but you didn't. Okay, so he's starting to look real there. Oh, Debbie, I've done that too. Sometimes if you think it's not looking good, leave it alone, walk away, and check it the next day. All right, so now we're going to go back to our ivory, okay, because it's lighter than our other colors. So we're going to go back to our ivory now. And now we're going to come back in and do the same thing, do little circular motions. Now you could get super fancy and you could, you know, do little tick marks or, you know, whatever to make it look more like feathers. I just want something not solid. So see, now look at his eye. I know it's hard with the camera not so close, but all right, so now just kind of keep going around. Little circles. And we can come back again, so don't think you have to get it all done at the same time. Just kind of, you're just kind of moving that color a little bit. And I've mentioned many times, I am no expert. This is trial and error for me. I just kind of keep playing with it until it looks good. And I think instead of shading sometimes, this is the better way, especially with animals, because you're trying to get them to be a little more realistic looking. And sometimes you've got these tiny little spots, these little areas. Okay, so look at him now. Look how cute he is now. All right, so don't try and do it super fast. Leave it alone, come back to him. So now we could actually, you could take the lighter and you could now just do some little polka dots in here. You could do circles, you could do whatever, you could just make it, it's gonna lighten it up. Okay, it's gonna lighten him up a bit. And I'm just doing a little tapping. So look at it now, with just the little tapping. And all you're doing is you're taking this light color now, and it's still kind of, you know, mixing in with the dark, and it'll lighten it up just a little bit more and add a little more interest. So you could just keep going. You could even add like a blue in here. Like if you're doing birds, that's what's really fun, is you could do some blues and greens and, you know, whatever colors you want your bird. And you could barely see it, but if you're doing a bunch of feathers. All right. So I think that is good for our little bird. And now we're going to do our hat. So I think we're going to do, I think I'm just going to keep it in the blues. So let's do, I'm going to do a dark, let's see. Yeah, let's do a light Bermuda Bay. Okay, so see how I did the dark on the top? And I'm going to take the dark Pool Party, and I'm just going to polka dot right along the bottom of that. So it just kind of has a mixture of colors. Thanks, Betsy. Thanks, you guys. Okay, so now I'm going to take just the Pool Party, and I think I'm going to do this one, which is dark Pool Party. Okay, and now I could take the light Bermuda Bay and just, I could do a little shadow right here if I wanted. So I'll leave that for a second. And then we're going to do dark down here. Where's the little hair is at. And then let's take the light and we'll just do light there and light here. Okay, and then I'm just going to lightly go over where I put that Bermuda Bay, the dark there. And then this is your clear. You always want to clear because right there I went on the outside. So when your ink blends, okay, so let's just say here's your coloring line. When your ink starts to go out, your alcohol is that, all your markers are alcohol, correct? So they're going to start moving your ink around, right? So this is the same thing, except it's clear. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just lightly push back towards the inside where that color should have went, because I got a little boo-boo right there with that brown. Okay, and now it looks wet. I don't know if you can see, barely, but now it's just wet looking, but it'll dry, but you want to push it back in the line. Okay, so there is our little guy. So he's done, and so see here, he looks a lot like the ones I did before. Ooh, but did you notice something? See if you notice. Let's see. I added some Wink of Stella. So again, be careful your Wink of Stella is not, I like to bring something in just so I can kind of wipe it off, and I just want it a little bit on the yellow. I'm just going to put a little bit of yellow on his eyes. So Wink of Stella on the yellow part. Just so he looks so cute. Oh heck, he's got a hat on. Let's do his stripe right there and this one. Okay, now be careful because this is also alcohol. So you want to be careful when you're doing it on what's already alcohol. So you want to do it lightly and get out of there. Don't do a whole lot. Okay, so now our little owl is done. We're going to get our dimensionals and put them on him. All right, and I'm going to take a little one and I'm going to put on his hat. Just be careful it doesn't stick out. And then I have little half ones. Oh, right here I have little quarter ones. I'm just going to stick little quarters on his feet. You don't have to, but I like to secure their little feet, make sure they're not going anywhere. All right, so there's that. All right. So now we're going to bring in our panel here. So see, oh, it just looks so cute. I'm going to push him down just a little bit. I want his hat to stay on the panel. Look how cute he is. Okay, so here we go. And now, oh, let me go back out a little bit for you. Okay, so now we got to put our dimensionals on here. I'll do a brief recap of our sneak peek of bingo and our new announcements at the end here. One of them is our contest, so you don't want to miss that. All right, so I'm just going to kind of put them right in the same spot. I just went down 2 lines, and I'm going to go right to that circle and then right to that circle right there. Okay, and there we go. So you can tell this one's a little darker because I've already had the darker on the panel, which I'm fine with. Oh, we got to put our embellishments. I'm like, that's really open up there. So I took these and I did the blue because they matched the most, but I'm going to go down and do the darker. So we'll put that one. I'm going to go back in where there's some darker ones. And I'm going to do this little guy. And then I put one more. These are those ombre looking ones. I'm just going to put, I'm going to put this one down here just because those two are up towards the top. All right, there we go. Oh, thanks you guys. Oh, you're welcome, Connie. Yeah, you want to make sure you're pushing that ink back in. Oh, gosh, I just poked myself. Oh, Cheryl, I hope you do. So don't get discouraged. Just, you know, keep, even if you just stamp a bunch of these little guys on a page, these are good to practice with. And just keep practicing. Keep taking colors. Figure out what colors you like. Look online. See if there's other people doing colors that you might like. And see what, you know, what colors work for you. What, you know, because I've seen some gray ones. And I didn't want gray. And I knew I wanted brown because I like doing this technique, but you could also do that with the grays too. And just keep going and, you know, you'll get it. Like I said, I just, you know, watch people online in the past, just watch, and get some ideas. And I just decided to try a lighter blend color. And like I said, if you don't go to the edges, see how you see the dark outline? It just kind of does look like you tried doing some shading, or that you went around the outside and then you went on the inside with the lighter color. But if you look close, you can see it kind of looks textured. So it does look like it could be, you know, feathers or fur or whatever. So different animals, of course, you know, you can do different things. I only have trouble with polished pink blends. It changes color, kind of fluorescent on the... Doesn't match the paper ribbon. Yeah, Melanie, some of the colors do come out a little more. I think Flirty Flamingo is like that too. One's a little brighter than the other one. And you can kind of mix them too, and that'll help. Oh, Nancy Lee, I'm glad you got your goodies. Yay. Oh, Cheryl, just, and put it down and come back to it too, because sometimes it's kind of like when you do alcohol backgrounds, you know, you do alcohol inks or, you know, any kind of different kind of inks and stuff. You're like, oh, this looks terrible. I've let it go, come back, and then it might look better. Or you try again, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, that looks pretty good. So keep practicing. Practice. That's what I can say. Is same with me at the beginning. I had a lot of other alcohol markers for a long time, and I played with them, and I threw so many things away. And then, you know, and same thing, I've taken them out of the trash thinking, you know, that's not so bad, or turn it into a background. If you're trying to make a background and it doesn't look that great, use it to die cut leaves or clouds or, you know, ocean scenes, you know, whatever you're trying to do, it can be something. You can take words and, you know, cut them out. So there's all kinds of things you can do. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. I appreciate that. Thank you, guys. I would really appreciate a thumbs up. and for you to subscribe. That would be awesome. Let me show you really quickly. So February bingo, I have a sneak peek for you. So you can take a look, and somebody had asked if they need the stamp set. You don't have to. So for the Regency Park one, which I absolutely love the whole suite, and you'll see more of it. That one, you can use other flowers. You're going to get the DSP, the ribbon, all the paper for it. You can put another kind of flower there. For the one on the bottom left, that is the around the bend. If you don't have that, you're getting all those die cut pieces. I think the sentiment is the only thing that you need, and you can put whatever sentiment on there you want. The top right one is the ginkgo, and you don't have to have the stamp set. I can give you some alterations on that too. So alternative ideas. The ship, you're going to get all the die cuts, including the paper, the water. It's the stamp on the water that comes with the stamp set. And that wheel right there, you're not going to, that you have to stamp and then die cut out. So that would be kind of a hard one to not have a stamp for, but you don't have to have it. In fact, I was like, do I put the wheel on? Do I not? But I put it on, but you don't have to. So you will get, I'm trying to think, you will get everything else in it to create the ship and the water. You just won't have that stamp set, and you can come up with a different stamp set. So I try to do them to where you don't have to have them, but you know, once you do your cards, I'm hoping that you'll want them, because it just gives you a lot of different ideas. Oh, Lisa, you're welcome. Thanks, you guys. Okay, I've had some gray too. I don't own gray. Oh, you know, Melanie, the gray that I would recommend is a smoky slate is a really good one, and I use that a lot. The gray granite, I don't as much. It's a little darker for shadowing and stuff, shading. But if you were going to choose a gray, I would go with smoky slate. It's a really good one. Both the light and dark, of course. Let's see. I'm seeing if there's any other questions. Thank you guys again for the thumbs up. Oh, I didn't tell you the next thing. Duh. Sale-a-bration. There's more Sale-a-bration. So with your purchase, if you've already got everything you want out of the catalog, these are the online specials that we're adding to it. Now remember that these numbers on this form, which I will put in my blog post, are different numbers than the original numbers are. Okay, so you do need to use the different numbers. Okay, so that is one thing. The contest I have on my business Facebook page, I have a picture that I posted, and I'm going to show it to you right now, that I want you to guess what stamp set I'm going to use for it. This will be, I believe, my video for Sunday. And I will send you something, whoever the first person is, to guess what stamp set I'm going to use. I want you to, don't put it in the chat now. I want you to come back to this video and leave it in the video. And that way I can do the wheel spinny thingy and choose a winner. Or no, I guess I don't need to do that, because whoever chooses the correct answer first, that's the person that's going to win. But this is where I'm going to look. I'm going to go and block my Facebook. Not block it, but tell them to go post on my YouTube. So here's the picture. And so I've already got everything cut. I have got, let me see if I can count, because I have a paper here. I have 840 die cut pieces. 840 die cut pieces. I think minimum that much. I think there's 40 more, but I'm not going to count them. About that going on these cards. So these cards will be my thank you cards for February. And one of them will have a golden ticket. So the golden ticket is if you shop with me and spend $75 or more in the month of February, you will receive one of these beautiful cards, and one of them will have a gold ticket. Now, how am I going to do that? I'm going to take all my cards and create them. I'm going to put a golden ticket, which will probably be a piece of gold vellum or something very light, because I want the cards to all weigh the same. I'm going to write in them, close them up, then address them. So I will run all my labels and I will just start putting them on the envelope, so I will not know who's going to be getting the golden ticket. And whoever does, they are going to get a $50 shopping spree with me. And it'll be like bingo. You will let me know what your order is. Whatever your order is, I will be deducting $50. You will pay me the difference of whatever your order is. And then I will submit your order when I'll PayPal you the difference, you know, just like we do bingo. It is a lot of work, but I think they're going to be pretty. What I chose this card from is something I purchased. And so I'm waiting for it to come so I can show you what I purchased along with my card. So I hope that makes sense. And then that way I'll show you, you can find colors and different things from all different places. And I remember being in one of my sign language classes and my teacher had this outfit on. And I just love the colors. And I had to write down my Stampin' Up! Colors so that I knew what I was going to make with those colors. So always be looking for colors and different things. Like my top has like a soft suede with a purple and a pink. I mean, who would have thought? And this is white, although it kind of looks like right here. Oh, it's a light purple. I thought it was gray, but that's a very light purple. So you can see different colors in different places all the time to give you inspiration. So I hope you'll do that. Because that's a fun way to put colors together that you would never think would go together. So that's your homework for the week. All right, everybody, I will see you Sunday. Fingers crossed I don't have jury duty tomorrow because I get to go to the eye doctor. Woo! And I will see you on Sunday with this fun project that I have here. Here's all my thank you. Gold, fine gold glimmer. You can never have enough of that. All right. Have a great night. See you on Wednesday or Sunday. Bye, everybody.